It was a freezing Saturday morning, the kind that painted the edges of car windows with frost and made every breath puff into the air like smoke. Jack, a single father in his mid-30s, tightened his daughter Lily's scarf before helping her into their old pickup truck. He was used to doing everything alone: school runs, bedtime stories, even braiding Lily's hair before class. Life hadn't been easy since his wife passed away 3 years ago, but he had promised Lily that he'd never let her feel unloved. As they drove to the grocery store, Lily pointed suddenly. "Daddy, look! That lady's car is stuck!" On the shoulder of the road, a young woman stood shivering beside her sedan, its hood up and steam hissing into the cold air. Without a second thought, Jack pulled over. Lily knew her dad's heart too well. He never could pass by someone in need. "Stay in the truck, sweetheart," Jack said, slipping on his worn leather gloves. The woman looked both embarrassed and relieved as Jack approached. I think the engine overheated," she stammered. "I called roadside assistance, but they said it'd be an hour." Jack gave her a kind smile. "Let me take a look. No promises, but I've fixed worse." As he leaned under the hood, his hand steady despite the biting cold, Lily rolled down the window and watched intently. She had always admired how her father treated strangers like old friends. Minutes passed. Jack tightened a clamp, poured some water from a bottle he kept in his truck, and coaxed the engine back to life. The woman's face lit up in astonishment as the car hummed again. "You're a lifesaver," she said, brushing a strand of hair from her face. "I don't know how to thank you." Jack shrugged modestly. "Just glad you're safe." But before he could say more, Lily climbed out of the truck and tugged on his sleeve. She looked up at the woman with big, curious eyes and asked, with the innocence only a child could have, "Can she be my mommy?" The words hit Jack like a punch and a hug all at once. His throat tightened, caught between laughter and tears. The woman froze too, her eyes softening as she knelt to Lily's level. "Well," she said gently, "that's a very big question." Lily grinned shyly, then hid behind Jack's leg. Jack rubbed the back of his neck, his cheeks flushed with something warmer than the cold. "Sorry about that. Kids say the darndest things." But the woman smiled, her voice tender. "Don't apologize, it's sweet." She introduced herself as Emily, a teacher new to town with no family nearby. The coincidence struck Jack. He had been thinking of moving Lily to a better school district, and here was a teacher, kind and grounded, standing before them like a character from a storybook. What began as a simple roadside fix turned into coffee at a nearby diner, just to warm up. Lily giggled over hot chocolate while Jack and Emily talked. What surprised him most wasn't just her kindness, but the way she leaned toward Lily, asking questions, truly listening. It was the first time in years he saw his daughter connect with someone so quickly. Hours slipped by. When it was finally time to part, Emily knelt again, giving Lily a playful wink. "I don't know about being your mommy, but maybe I can be your friend." Lily beamed, and Jack felt something stir deep in his chest, a flicker of hope he hadn't allowed himself in a long time. As Emily drove off, Lily leaned against her father's arm, whispering, "Daddy." She smiled like Mommy used to. Jack's eyes glistened, his heart both heavy and light. What had started as an ordinary errand on a cold morning had quietly shifted something in their lives, as though the universe had nudged them toward a new beginning.